Hey everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel, and this is my very first video, so I'm really excited. I hope this video actually helps somebody who is looking to achieve something similar. I'll be demonstrating how you can host your static website or a web app to Azure for free. As many of you might already be using GitHub pages for doing something similar, but there's a limitation to it. GitHub pages will only let you publish one of your repositories, and if you require more static apps on GitHub, you will need to create as many accounts. While it's while it's not the same with Azure, because Azure will let you create multiple apps for free. I don't really know what the limit is as of now, because I have created like 5 to 6 static web apps on Azure, and all of them are currently running simultaneously, and I didn't have to pay anything for it. A few prerequisites: you will obviously require a static website or a web app, and if your code is already published on GitHub, you will be able to skip a few steps in this tutorial. Second, you will require an Azure account and a GitHub account. And last is a custom domain. If you don't have a custom domain, it's completely okay, as once your app is published, Azure will give you a URL. But if you have a custom domain, you can easily connect it with your Azure web app. So this is the static template which I'm using for this video. It's a simple HTML5 website which I downloaded from here. HTML5 app has really good options if you're looking for some static websites for portfolio or blogs. You should really check this out. You need to open the root directory of your code, wherever your code is, and do a git init to initialize an empty repo. Once done, add all the contents and commit it. Now before we push, we'll need to add remote of our GitHub repository here. So if your repo already exists, you can use the same, but I'll be creating a new repo, and let's keep it private or public, doesn't really matter, and create. Just copy this line to add the remote, and you're good to push. Done. Once your code is pushed to your repo, log into your Azure account or create a new account and go to the portal. This is the home page of the Azure portal, and you need to create a static web app. If you're not able to see this option here, you can easily search it and it'll be available. Let's add a new web app resource group. Now you need to add a resource group here. If it's a completely new account, you need to create a resource group, but I already have a few resource groups, so I'll be using those. And a name which can be anything, region can be anything as well. And here you need to sign in with your GitHub account. I already have signed in, so I just need to authorize it. Once done, select the org repo and the branch on which your code is, or whichever branch you wish to push. You can select a framework or a static site generator here. Just a difference would be you will have to provide the location to the file which starts your app. Now as we are only using an HTML CSS file, we don't really need to select this because it will automatically be finding the index.html file and deploy it from there. Let's review and create. Looks good. Create. A deployment is being initialized here. So if you go to your repo on GitHub, you'll be able to see a workflow being created. Okay, it's still in progress. Yeah, the workflow has started. Once the workflow build finishes, your app will be live. Let's go to the resource, and this is the URL of your web app, but it's currently not deployed. It's getting deployed, so you can see it's waiting for the content. I guess it's done. Says finished upload, reload. Oh, it's still not done. Okay, yeah, it's okay. Now it's done. Reload, and your site is live. So that was pretty easy. Now, if you have a custom domain, there are a few more steps to this. But if you don't have a custom domain, you don't really need to watch any further. Let's go to GoDaddy where my domain is, and whichever your domain service is, you can log into it and go to the DNS management. Here you need to add a CNAME. Now if you want to route to, like my domain is shreyanao.space. So if you have a domain shreyanao.space and you want your app to open on shreyanao.space, your domain needs to be your CNAME should be like this. This will be the whichever Azure URL, and it should be www. But now I already have a site published on www, so I will be using a different post which will be tutorial, and it points to now on the Azure portal. Go to custom domains, add a domain, and this is the value which I need here, and save. Host is tutorial, so my custom domain here will be tutorial.shreyana.space. So tutorial is the subdomain and shreyana.space. Okay, record is invalid because I just added this here, so it will take some time. Okay, and it succeeded. Let's add this. Okay, cool, it's added now. So yeah, there are a few things which are a bit wonky with Azure, but it does the job, so you can use it. Let me refresh, and yes, it's added here. It's still not using this window. Okay, so this is added, but it'll take a bit of a time to get updated, because if I open tutorial.share.space, it's going to give me an error. So let's wait for a while. Okay, let's try it again. And voila, it's up. So yes, it takes a bit of time, like 2 to 5 minutes, but it'll be up. And if you have any queries, post it in the comments. I'll be happy to help. Well, that's it about the tutorial. Bye.